at the Ubisoft booth at PAX East, and we're going to go around and see if we can talk to someone about Splinter Cell Conviction and Prince of Persia, The Forgotten Sands. Are you excited?
I'm just trying to get Jack a date because he's really sad.
And there's a lot of very attractive Fragdolls here, so we'll see what we can do. We are here with Brooklyn from the Fragdolls, who's going to tell us a little bit about Splinter Cell Conviction. So how are things going here at PAX East? Are people enjoying the game?
Actually, Splinter Cell is like one of our biggest titles. People have been waiting for it for a while now. And I'm excited because I'm actually not really a stealthy person. I'm actually a more run and gun type of girl. And they have definitely incorporated that into the new version of the game. So you're rewarded more if you play stealth because after all, Sam Fisher was a spy for a very long time. But you are able to just guns a-blazing if you want.
Nice. So you should run in and like unload on everybody.
Well, it makes it a lot more challenging because definitely you'll be swarmed with enemies, but I'm up for the challenge. So
how is this game different from the previous Splinter Cell games? I mean, aside from the sort of run and gun aspect you can do, how has it changed from the original, the other ones?
Two new features on it that are really cool. It's called Last Known Position, and when an enemy spots you and then you go to a cover, it will display a white silhouette called Last Known Position. That allows you to flank behind because the enemy will shoot at that white silhouette, and it's really helpful, and it's hard to master, but it really works to your favor. And then also he has sonar goggles, which allows him to see through walls, which he can either mark. I don't know if you guys know about mark and execute, which is amazing. Yeah. Okay, so when you get a close combat kill, you're rewarded by mark and execute points. Well, that allows you to tag your enemies, and then when you're up close enough and it turns red, you can press Y and it will get you like an instant kill. That's pretty awesome.
That sounds fun. Instant kills are always a good thing in video games, right?
Yeah, people say like, oh, that seems too easy, but it's not like you can just stack those points up and do it over and over. You only get those when you do a close combat kill, and you'll get 1 to 2, depending on how creative your close combat kill was.
Cool. So how are people enjoying the game here at PAX?
Everyone loves it. There's actually never a dull moment. Like, I actually want to play it, but I work for Ubisoft, so I have to let the attendees play it. But yeah, there's always a line. We've been having demos for the game on stage for the co-op, and which is on hunter mode. That's sort of like a terrorist hunt. Go and you eliminate enemies with a partner. But if you're detected, then it doubles, so it gets pretty intense.
Nice. It's always a lot more fun when you have someone else to kill people with, right?
It is fun, but you don't have to play with someone else, but it's always a lot more enjoyable that way.
Well, thank you very much for talking with us, and Brooklyn, hope you have a great PAX East.
I will.
Cool. Thank you.
Hey,
I'm here with Michael from Prince of Persia, The Forgotten Sands, and he's the lead level designer on the game. And how's PAX East treating you so far?
Oh, it's been great. It's been a lot of fun, actually. We've been able to show the game to a lot of people, and they've reacted really well to it.
Yeah? And so what's sort of the big surprise about this game that's kind of different from all the other Prince of Persia games? Why would someone be interested in this one, like maybe has never played the game before?
I think there's a couple things that would draw people. First is that it's a Return to the Sands of Time universe, so they're playing the Prince from the Sands of Time, and there's some new magical powers with the elements of nature that really have a really huge impact on the gameplay.
Yeah. And how long have you been working on these games?
This game in particular has been in production for about 2 years.
Okay. Well, how many of the Prince of Persia games have you been on?
Oh, for me personally, this is my third one. I was on Two Thrones, which was the end of the Sands of Time trilogy, the Prince of Persia that was done in 2008, and now this one.
Cool. So how do you feel about the movie coming out? That's got to be kind of cool, right?
Oh, it's very cool. I think it's very exciting. I mean, it's Disney and Jerry Bruckheimer. They did a fantastic job with the Pirates of the Caribbean, and basically the Prince could very well be that kind of thing, like pirates set in Persia.
Yeah, it could be the first video game movie that doesn't suck, right?
Yeah, it could very well. Yeah, I hope so.
Cool. So tell us a little bit more about the game. Kind of what's different about this one that we haven't seen in the other ones, and anything fun?
Well, basically, I think what'll strike a lot of people is that it's very familiar to like a Sands of Time kind of feel, and then they'll get a little ways into the game, and suddenly they'll start getting access to elemental powers, control over earth, air, fire, water, that kind of thing. And suddenly the game is going to change a lot for them. You'll come into areas that are like a lot of water in the environment. You'll be able to solidify that water and suddenly interact with the environment in a very different way. You'll be able to use like fire in combat and wind to attack your enemies. Like, it gets really cool.
Sweet. And so as a lead level designer, what exactly do you do in the game? Do you design all the puzzles and everything, or is it more overall type stuff?
Basically, it's overall. Basically, I help lead the entire level design team in terms of the creative side, like the philosophy of what we're trying to build here, and trying to make it all a cohesive experience.
Cool. And so when you are working on these titles, or when you're working on the levels and stuff like that, how much do you work on it up to right until your guys are done? Like how much goes into it and like polish and all that stuff?
From my side?
Yeah.
Oh, it's there right from the beginning. From the beginning of the project, I'm saying, okay, your levels are basically like this. Now you make it detailed and show me all this cool stuff. And then when they show me the cool stuff, from that point till the very end, I'm saying, okay, now let's tweak this, let's do that, and like polishing it all the way to the end.
Cool, that's great. So is there any kind of special stuff we should look for in this game? Any sort of Easter eggs or anything? Or can you talk about that?
Oh, there are definitely secrets. Definitely, they're shaped like a sarcophagus, like a glowing sarcophagus. Look for those in the game. They're hidden all throughout. There's like around 20 of them or so in the game. Definitely go to find those. And in the combat, there will be all kinds of like little combos and stuff that each player, I think, will find for themselves that they'll find cool.
So there might be an achievement attached to those sarcophaguses?
Oh yes, there may well be. Yeah.
Cool. We're with achievement hunters. We love achievements. You know. So
Oh, absolutely.
Cool. Excellent. Anything else you can tell us about the game that we should keep an eye out for?
Well, basically, that it's going to be an epic experience. You have huge battles with up to 50 enemies. You've got the magic powers. You have a really compelling storyline, and you have the Prince from the Sands of Time. So it's really something that fans of that series should really check out.
Cool. And when will it be on store shelves?
This will be out in mid-May 2010.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.